Hey kids, welcome back. I know I've already worn this shirt in like 3 videos, but you know, what can you do? I'm in college and I don't do laundry. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a rundown on the Wet n Wild brush line collection, whatever you want to call it. I have all these 17 pieces of their new, I don't know if it's new, but it kind of looks like a vamped up version. They look like this, they're white and they have pink and white bristles on it. Some of them I have not used because I already have a lot of brushes that are like that, or I already know I do not like brushes like that. So fan brushes I despise, I don't use them, so I will be taking those products and putting them into a giveaway for you guys. I also have the whole entire Wet n Wild holiday collection. I just want to go ahead and talk about the new Mega Glow Highlighting Glow Bar. It is so intense. My highlight is intense now, and it comes with this little pull-out mirror. This stuff is no joke. It is limited edition, so I would say go out, get as many as you can right now. I have too much lighting to see that swatch, but that's okay. If you can see my nose highlight, you know, that just, it says it all. But this is extremely pigmented. I tried it for the first time and I didn't brush any of the excess off because I was like, it's a drugstore brand, there's not going to be a lot. You could literally see my highlight from like Mars. If we would have like taken a telescope, you would have been able to see it. So this is no joke. I think on their website it is sold out. I have not seen it in store, but I also live in an itty bitty town, so we really don't have anything anyway. But they are selling it for like double or triple the price on eBay and Amazon, but honestly, it is worth the money, in my opinion. So let's just get down to the breakdown of all these brushes. So I'm going to go ahead and go over the brushes that I personally am not going to use, just because I either have way too many of them or I just don't like them in general. So the brush set does come with a small stippling brush and a large stippling brush. Now I'm going to keep the large one just because that is something I know I will use, and I will be giving away the small stippling brush just because I feel like I won't use it as much. And I already have 3 other stippling brushes, so I don't really find a need for that many brushes. The next is the brow and lash comb. There's nothing wrong with it, I just don't like brushes like this, and the only comb that I use for my eyebrows are ones that are on the ends of pins that are like from NYX or Anastasia Beverly Hills, so I don't really think I will need this because knowing my luck, I will lose it. It will get really, really dirty and stained, and then I won't be able to use it, or I just will never ever reach for it. Next thing is their angled liner brush. They do have another liner brush in this collection. It is the bent liner brush. So as you can tell, it has a little bit of a bend to it, and I'll talk about this later. But I definitely know I will be getting a lot more benefit out of that one than this one. And I also have about 3 other brushes that are angled liner brushes like this anyway, and I only really use them to apply glitter and things like that. I'm not really big on gel liner, so I don't think I need that many angled liner brushes, but I have seen very good things about this. As you can tell, it is very, very thin, so you can get a very precise line with this. So if you're somebody that is struggling with gel liner, I have heard that this works wonders. The next thing is a smoky liner brush. Now, I already have like 6 or 7 of these from Morphe, and if y'all watch my videos, you know that I cannot smoke out my lower lash line to save my life. I cry, I poke myself in the eye, so I don't really think I need another lower lash line smoking outer brusher. I think I just need to learn how to do it and stick with one. Next is a fan brush. Nothing wrong with it, I just do not like fan brushes. I'd rather just use a giant powder brush like my Sonia Kashuk one, and I'd rather just, you know, rub it all over my face. And the last thing is the foundation brush. I only have one foundation brush. It is from Vanity Planet. I don't actually use it for foundation. I use it to apply masks and things like that to my face, and I wash it after every single time, so I don't have a use for another one. So all of these brushes, I think there's 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All 6 of these brushes will be going into y'all's giveaway. Alright, so now for the brushes that I have tried out. The first is the powder brush. It's just your basic powder brush. It doesn't do anything magical, but it doesn't have bristles falling out. It's not cheaply made. It's not harsh on my skin. It's very, very soft. It picks up a lot of powder. And even when you kick off a lot of the excess, a lot of it still sticks on here. This is by no means one that you need to go out and buy. Like I said, it does not work miracles, but it does pick up a lot of product, and it does give a very even payout. Alright, the next thing is the bent liner brush. Now, I think this thing is so cool. I did not think I would ever like a brush like this, but it is actually handy. One thing about all these brushes is right here, it has a little crevice for your index finger to go, and so it really goes on the eye extremely well. It's really helpful for me, especially when I'm doing my left eye since I am right-handed. It's very easy now for me to get in those corners that normally I couldn't get into, and I normally do not like gel liner, but the Tarte gel liner has changed my life, so now I need a brush that will go with it. Next thing is the large stippling brush. If you don't know how to use a stippling brush, in my opinion, it's pretty much just a really good way to get everything blended in. So I'll go in and blend in my contour, my blush, my highlight. I feel like it just helps get rid of harsh lines. It is very sparse. It's not a thick brush. It's very, very thin. They're not meant to be thick. Their bristles are just like the other ones, but as you can tell, it has a lot of space in the middle, but I find that it works very, very well. I think y'all are going to be shocked by this. This is the blush brush. Now, if y'all know anything about me, I do not enjoy putting blush on. I just don't like it. I have found that even when I get off as much as I can, it is just still too harsh on my light skin tone. And I think I now know why. It's because of the brushes. I have probably 5 or 6 blush brushes that I have tried that have done nothing for me. And I actually really like it. And I think the reason it works so well is because it is so thin. With ones like this from Morphe, you can tell a ginormous difference, dense they are, and how many bristles they have. So obviously the more bristles you have, the more products it is going to pick up. But I also like how it is angled just straight. It's almost like a thicker fan brush, but meant for blush, because it goes just where you're trying to put it. It really highly suggest this if you're having a lot of trouble with putting your highlight on, but putting your blush on, because it really helps get an even payout of color. It does not pick up a lot, which is good. Bronzer, pick up all the bronzer you want in the world, girl. Blush, don't do that. Don't be that girl that walks around with a stripe of blush on your face. So I feel like that's a really good brush for somebody who has been struggling to apply blush the right way. Next is the contour brush, and I actually really like this. I went in pretty heavy-handed with my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. It gives an awesome payout. The bristles do not move, so it goes in a straight line, so you can literally just sit there and like carve out your cheekbone all day long, and the bristles aren't going to go anywhere. You're not going to get a harsh, muddy look because your bristles are going down or anything. It is very thin. Obviously, these are still a little bit thicker, and this is obviously a lot thinner, but it picks up a lot of product. I don't know what it is about it. I really don't, but I like it. It's not any better than the high end, and the high end's not any better than this, so if you're looking for a good contour brush, go for this one. You will get a large concealer brush and a small concealer brush. Honestly, I don't really have anything to say about them. The large concealer brush actually works really well when I'm putting my color corrector on. It picked up a lot of product. It is literally just your basic concealer brush. There's nothing really special to these. I've never really heard anything special about any concealer brush from any line. I use this to put the glitter on my eye today. They're just your basic little concealer brushes. Sword fight. So weird. This is why I don't have a boyfriend. You get a small eyeshadow brush and a large eyeshadow brush. I already gave the large one away to my roommate, but this is the small one. Again, there's nothing really special about it. It's very thin. It's not poofy. Is that the right word? Let me just show y'all what I'm attempting to say. It's not poofy like this Real Techniques. My God, I cannot talk today. Not poofy like this Real Techniques brush. It's very thin. There's no buffy bristles to it. It's just your regular eyeshadow brush. There's really nothing special to it. This is the one that I don't like, and it makes me sad because you can never have too many crease brushes, but this brush, you can use it with light colors, you know, transition shades, light browns. It works well. You take this with a purple and it's going to be the patchiest thing. I don't know if it was just the consistency of the bristles or what, but this does not blend out deep or dark colors very well. So if you're going to go in with this brush, don't buy this if you need an everyday blending brush. I would say go for Morphe or Sonia Kashuk. This is definitely one that you're just going to be using for your transition shade or setting your eyelid with a bone colored shade, because this cannot distribute dark colors besides like a light orange at all. Alright, last but not least, and this is actually my favorite thing about this whole entire line, and I'm quite shocked, is the flat top brush. Now, this is what it looks like, and I use it as my foundation, and this works wonders. I used to use a foundation brush, and it never gave me full coverage. It was from IT Cosmetics, and I use the Tarte Kabuki brush, and it just makes my skin very, very dry. Now, this, it shows my dry skin too. A beauty blender, if you have dry skin, I highly suggest you use a beauty blender over anything else because it has the liquid and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, works well. I got actually a lot more coverage out of this with less product than I do with the beauty blender. I don't know what it is about it, but I also used it to tap out my concealer, and it was so quick. I honestly put on my foundation and concealer quicker with this than I do with the beauty blender, which is just awesome. Somebody just came home. So I would say overall this line is a stud. I only had 2 or 3 that I did not like. Some of them I don't know how they work out, but some of them are also very self-explanatory on how they work. But overall this is a great line. You can find these in store, but probably not every single piece of the line. You normally can't find that with any makeup line. So I will leave their link down below so you can shop there. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, let's just go ahead and get that over with and just, you know, hit the subscribe button right now and we'll be friends. That's cool. Leave any comments down below of any of the videos you would like to see in the upcoming future so I know how to keep you guys subscribed to me and loving. Remember that I am doing a giveaway soon. I don't know when it's gonna be, but I added about 17 products this past weekend because I went crazy at Wet n Wild and I also went crazy at NYX. We won't talk about that yet because I have to wait for the rest of my shipments to get here and then we'll talk about that. But just remember that I had a giveaway coming up soon, so tell all your friends. Tell your friends, you don't want them to miss out because maybe they'll share with you if you win. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.